Hi, I'm Diana Alvear, and thank you for joining me here on Up to Speed. And we have an update on our response to the devastating storms that are affecting so much of the country. And we're going to dive right in. We're going to start with Texas. And despite continued widespread commercial power outages, Verizon's network is continuing to perform well. Our network engineers, of course, plan year-round for all sorts of disasters. And we've invested in battery backup and backup generators to make sure that if commercial power is lost, our customers will still stay connected. Now, our backup generators and redundant fiber rings for cell sites and switching centers are keeping the majority of the network in these impacted areas running, and most importantly, our customers and first responders connected. Power outages, however, are causing some service interruptions for some scattered cell sites throughout the area. Now, for the sites that are impacted throughout Dallas and Houston, including a cluster of sites northwest of Woodlands and southeast of downtown Houston, our engineers and vendor partners are deploying as soon as it is safe to do so when those roads are passable, because those roads have been in terrible conditions. So as soon as it is safe to do so, they will deploy to begin repairing generators and also rolling in some portable generators until that commercial power is restored. Some of our retail stores in these affected areas are closed due to these conditions. And to our V-teamers there, just know that we are thinking of you. We want to make sure you're okay, and we're doing what we can to respond to your needs. Now, we're also responding to areas affected by these winter storms in Kentucky and West Virginia. And of course, a reminder that this situation is very fluid. Conditions continue to change. And if we need to update, we will absolutely give you another update on the situation there. Now, if you are in the affected area, just keep some tips in mind right now that your cell phone and other devices, when it's cold outside, they're going to work much more slowly, but they're going to lose their battery much more quickly. So it's a good idea to keep them hooked up to the charger, to keep them at 100%, because you never know when you may lose power or if something like that may happen. Also a good idea to download those apps that you may need. For example, the American Red Cross, or if your local government has an app that can send you notifications about conditions changing or any news updates that you need, now is the time to do so. And of course, you want to have a good case on that phone, but in case you don't have a case on it, you can always drop your phone into a Ziploc bag, seal it up, and then if you do end up dropping it into water or a puddle or the snow, it will continue to work. So just a couple of tips for those of you watching right now that you can put into action right now. Now, the Verizon Crisis Response Team is also currently deployed in North Carolina. They are responding to a tornado that hit last night, impacting coastal communities in Brunswick County. And we are also monitoring the aftermath of a tornado in Georgia. There's a lot going on. There are a lot of people affected right now, and our hearts are with you. And we're also doing everything we can to respond to these areas. So if you were affected by this, just know that we have you on our minds, in our hearts, and we want to make sure that you're okay. Now, if you want to do something for your fellow V-teamers who are in affected areas, there is always the V2V Employee Relief Fund. It's there to help. Give today to support V-teamers displaced by these storms and other natural disasters. And for more information, all you have to do is go to the V2V page, and it's going to be linked in today's story. It's a really nice way to be able to help your fellow V-teamers who find themselves in a not so great situation. Okay, we are thinking of you. We will be monitoring the situations. I can assure you that all of our network teams are out there doing what they can to keep everybody up and running and connected. And we will have another update for you if conditions change significantly or if there's something really important that we need to update you with. I'm Diana Alvear. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, you're up to speed.